So in this video, we are going to discuss and go over the scorecards and the checklist. Welcome to your new members area. Now, up until this point, you know that I'm going to say grab your pen and paper, and if you still have it with you, then that's good, because right now follow along with me and we're going to organize your scorecard and then move into time blocking that as well. And that will align, as you will see in a moment, that will align with putting in that work backed with commitment, building the success habits, and being disciplined and following through every single day. Here we go. Now, foundation part 3, daily activity with scorecards and building the checklist. I just want to throw up a diagram here of what the foundation looks like at the moment. So here we go. Scorecards. What we want to do here is break down the goal, what you want, into weekly and daily tasks. What do I need to do per day in order to achieve my aim? In order to achieve my outcome? Daily tasks can be ticked off. I mean, that's the fun of it, right? Daily tasks can be checked off, and then at the end of the week, we can measure how well we are doing. This is called discrepancy. How well we are doing to stay on track for our desired outcome. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well am I doing on a day-to-day basis? How well am I executing my daily tasks to achieve the results I desire? Well, I deserve. Desire and deserve. So on the right hand side, you can see at the bottom here, scorecard, and then as we move up, we check off that task, and then we review the progress and then achieve desired goal. Now, this formula works for everything. Not just trading in general, but in life in general. So scorecard, create your personal scorecard, which is what we're going to do. Every day we tick off your activities, and then we reflect at the end of the week. How well am I doing? Are we progressing towards our goal? Are we progressing forward? And as you do that, step by step, you will and must and will achieve your desired goal. That's how it works. There's something I want to talk about when it comes to time. Now, everybody knows that I say it's the most precious currency we have. And that's true. So don't ever give away your time like it's nothing. It's the only asset that we all have, which is non-renewable. Those of you who have been with me for a while know that I say, with money we can always create that. With money we can always get that back. But when it comes to time, we can't do that. So it's very important to only underline, trade your time when you have certainty, keyword, that what you are building, what you are doing, is going to serve you well in your life. Protect your time at all costs. And this also includes myself, by the way. So I'm sharing that with you, but it also applies to me. Because I only want to work with those who are serious about their future, and those who are going to give it their all to make this work. And I know you would feel the same. It's much easier to help those who help themselves. Okay? So please, it's vital to protect your time at all costs. And everything that I do here as you can see, is proof that I value everybody's time. That is why we structured it in the way that I have. So let's talk about that. It's one of the reasons why I set up the foundation in the way that it is. We do not want random acts without an aim. Been there, done that, not very good. We don't want random acts without an aim, or have trading the live markets as merely wishful thinking. Yes? Without a defined goal, a clear aim, and an understanding of how to do it, then this is not going to work for you. Why the foundation is so important before we dive into strategies, right? Some people just want to get straight to the strategies. You'll trip over, fumble, fall down, move on, do the next thing, repeat the process. We don't want that to happen, and I don't want that for you. I wish for you to do well. That's why we do it in this way. That's why I've created it in this way. It will become another one of those things that you would go on and say, I tried that once and it didn't work. Again, do not want that for you. The setup is vital in the way that we do it. So we build success habits that, if followed, will get you there by using our time wisely. And I trust I said that well. To-do lists, we've all heard of this before. Traditional list versus scorecards. My personal opinion on to-do list is everyone knows about them. Profound opinion, I know. And how mundane they can be. Not many people have these lists. Let's take the traditional approach and turn it into a scorecard that's more visually appealing, and part of the fun is checking off the daily tasks. Okay? So scorecard example. This is an example of what a scorecard can look like. Daily checklist. This is what it looks like when you break up your goals into daily actions, which is exactly what we are going to do when it comes to learning trading. This takes in a lot of other goals. For now, let's focus on the major task. Learning price action, learning the language of the markets, learning the psychology when it comes to trading, learning about risk and money management, putting it all together, price action, structure levels, the ebbs and flows in the market. All of this is important. It's not what you learn that's more important than how you learn it. Actually, what you learn it is important, but what I'm saying here is the way you learn it is just as important. So this is a scorecard example. We have week 1, 2, 3, and 4. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then on the left-hand side, we've got daily tasks and daily activities. And those tasks equal a goal that said person wants to arrive at, wants to achieve, wants to go for, wants to aim at. And the goal that we want to do with the scorecard right now is to study and learn the right way. And this is what your scorecard can look like. So here's an example here. The focus is, our aim right now is to study and learn. So up the top, I've got study and learning. On the left-hand side, we've got week 1, 2, 3, and 4. And up the top, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so here's what your scorecard can look like. On Monday, I want to study and practice for 30 minutes. On Tuesday, well, maybe you have some other life activities that need your attention on. Not everyone is able to spend every single day doing this. Now, it's highly recommended that you do so. But I realize that not everybody is able to do that. You can still have a strong desire and a strong commitment and continue to work at this, continue to work at your goals to arrive at where you want to be and the person that you want to become, but not able to commit to that every single day. Highly recommended, but not everyone able to do that. So I put in here other life activities. That could be on Tuesday. Wednesday, we've got study and practice again for another 30 minutes. Thursday, may have to spend time with the kids, may have to do something with significant other, may have to go to a birthday party, may have to do some kind of event, may have to do a sporting activity. It could be anything. So again, I put here other life activity. And then on Friday, we're back into it. We study and practice for 30 minutes there. And then week 2, we study and practice for another 30 minutes on Monday. Then we got some other life activities on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we hit the study. Thursday, we hit the practice. Friday, we have to tend to other life activities. Follow me? So on Monday, life activities again. Tuesday, study and practice for 30 minutes. Wednesday, you're taking a me day. Taking a day off. Taking a relax day. The key word there is one day. One day off. Don't rest too long. We need to stay at it. We need to stay the course. We need to be focused. Right? It's that repetition. Don't let it slip too many days. Thursday, we hit the study again. We want to practice for 30 minutes. Then on Friday, we have some other life activities. Monday, you're taking a me day. Then you're back into practice on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, you sneak in another day for another 30 minutes. And then Friday, you take another me day. And we got a total of 330 hours that you have committed to during that month. Now, Saturday and Sunday, do as much as you can, as much as possible. Very important. This is a scorecard that you use to hold you accountable for your own actions. A visual look of how you are tracking your progress here. So what we can't track, we can't measure. What we can't measure, we can't improve upon. And on this scorecard, you can tick off, so Monday on week 1, study, practice 30 minutes. You complete that. You can do a big green tick in that box and check it off. You feel good. You're progressing towards your goals. You're doing the daily activity. Now, speaking of being aggressive with this, you want to do it every day. You want to commit to it. Full on. All in. 100%. Every day. Well, we have a scorecard that looks like this as well. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're hitting it every day. Study for 15 minutes. Tuesday, we study for another 15 minutes. We may have to do something as much as possible in the time frame that we have because maybe we're heading off to work. Maybe we have other commitments. Maybe we have to do this and run some errands and do that and do that. So at least you're doing something. 15 minutes, 15 minutes. It's that consistency. Wednesday, you can put in 30 minutes. So you do a 30-minute block. Thursday, 15. Friday, 13. Saturday and Sunday as much as possible. Wherever you can, when you can. The more, the better. So this is a good scorecard to be aggressive with your training. The point is that you are doing it every single day. It's the daily disciplines practiced daily. Yes? So again, you do green ticks. Monday for 15 minutes, green tick, done. Next day, Tuesday, 15 minutes, green tick, done. Wednesday, 30 minutes. You studied and practiced. Done. Green tick. Thursday, green tick. Friday, green tick. At the end of the month, how many hours did you put in? So right here with study and learning on this scorecard, we have 360 hours. Yes? And here's what happens. Building your own scorecard is quite an easy thing to do. Easy to do and easy not to do, right? Some people do and some people don't. The purpose is to commit to those activities that you have laid out for yourself. That's what happens. You build that commitment, you build that faith, you build that belief, you build the discipline, and ultimately you're building those habits. Remember, everything we are doing is forming those new habits. Doing certain things in certain ways. That is your scorecard to success. After you have your scorecard ready, your daily activities, now we move into time blocking. So when are you going to do that? We know what we're going to do, but what time are you going to do it? And this is what's known as time blocking. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with this, it's just blocking off a certain amount of time. So let's say you have a daily routine, you wake up in the morning, and at 6 o'clock you do your 20-minute meditation, right? And then at 6:30, your 30-minute meditation. At 6:30, then you move into doing your gratitude exercises. And then after that, you're doing 1 hour of reading. Then after that, maybe you're doing your swim, or you're going for your walk, or you're doing your morning tennis game with your partner. Whatever it is that you're doing, these are time blocks. You're building that routine, right? After we have our daily activities, we want to commit to, we're always building that commitment. Very important. We need to slot them into a particular time of the day where we say, this is my time. This is the time I have made for me to work on myself and build the future I desire to have. It's vital to block out a certain amount of time that you are going to do these activities and to follow through with that with absolute discipline. You have to be disciplined in doing these activities. So we have action, I will perform this action, and then time, at this period of time, right? So blocking time for you, block time for you. Time blocking can improve productivity by as much as 80% if you really focus on that task during that time. So when you have certain actions to do at the time you've given to them, it eliminates the need to decide on what you should be focusing on and when. The highest performers, like Elon Musk, use time blocking every day. I use it myself. Everyone I've learnt from uses it. All the athletes use it. Anyone who wants to do self-improvement or learning in an efficient way or doing something that's building success habits, time blocking is vital. Remember, your time is incredibly valuable. As we just discussed earlier, it must be protected to the best of your ability. So something else that I want to mention here when it comes to time blocking. And a lot of people who go into this when they first start doing this, they can become very anxious. Their anxiety goes up because they blocked a certain amount of time and they couldn't get to it in that particular time. And now they're all disjointed and uncomfortable, and they feel very uneasy. And so allow for changes. Time blocking is an essential part to setting up your tasks to be efficient. However, it can increase anxiety for those who think they need to stick to said particular time for that task. Now, this is important, and that is the ultimate goal that we are trying to achieve with time blocking. But for your health, know that other things do tend to get in the way, And there are certain steps that we can do to avoid feeling anxious about that. Steps to stay on track. I broke it down into 3 steps. When you have your daily tasks and your time blocks organized and set up for you, life tends to get in the way, things you didn't plan for. They just pop up. Unwanted interruptions and other tasks that might get in the way of your own activities. So here are the steps to help you stay on track, not to feel overwhelmed or anxious about your progress, and use it as time blocking. Use it as a guide to remain on track and elevate your focus to move you towards your goals. That's it. It's a very good guide to have. It keeps you on track. Step 1, scribble out the set time and move it to another block. So if something interrupts you at a particular time and you have to do something else, just scribble out the daily task and move that block to another time during the day. Step 2, now you have bookmarked your task, your activities. So after you've dealt with the interruption, you can then return back to it when you're available. And number 3, if there is no way you can possibly return to complete said task, just cross it off with reason. Write down why you couldn't get to it. And then come back to it when you can, or continue with the next day where you left off. So this is something that when I first started learning how to time block, I had to implement. Because I couldn't do everything at that particular time, set in stone, so to speak. And these are the steps that I came up with. So that will help with your anxiety for those who feel anxious about certain things and doing those certain things at particular times. Try these 3 steps. When you come back to it, now at least you're bookmarked and you know what you have to do and where you left off, right? So that's a good tip there. Recap. Success habits. We have our daily task, time blocked when you can commit to it, and to repeat and build with repetition. We have a scorecard, we time block it, we do those activities, and we move closer to where we want to get to. Okay? So remember, we talked about clarity, getting clear on what you want and who you want to become. We made a decision. We decided that today was the day you're going to turn your life around, and this is it. You're committed to it. Certainty, getting clear and making the decision and taking action. By watching this video now, it's clear to me that you are certain that you want to move forward and do this to become a professional. And lastly, persistent. Only going to focus on the activities that move us to our desires. Daily disciplines practiced daily. And this is what the scorecards and the time blocking allow us to do. So remember the beginner stages, how we went over the 4 steps: learn and study, clarity, review, and trade plan. Number 1, learn and study. So we want to start by learning and studying the training material available to us. Time blocking with your daily activities and doing those every day with discipline allows us to get you there, to achieve that which you want to achieve, to do that which you want to do, right? Now we have a solid plan that we can move forward to. Clarity on what it is that we need to do. And now we want to head over to the education area. So we're ready to hit the education area. Now that you are ready with what we've already covered here, you are willing and you are able, and it's time to get to the training by heading over to the education tab, clicking on that tab, and then you'll see this image that's in front of you now. Education, start education. So once you go through the introduction, what is Forex, what is PIP, what is leverage, risk and money management, having a clear understanding of that is imperative to continue to build upon your foundation moving forward. Then we can get into the price action, the structure, the strategies, and putting it all together, and finally arriving at the destination you want to be, which is an independent, profitable trader. All right. There's another video after this it's just a bonus video about how to time block with daily activities when it comes to testing your strategies. So if you want to watch that, I highly recommend it before heading over to the education. So let's do that now. See you in the next video.